I'm Maureen Grosvenor. I'm the proud assistant principal from Eisenhower, right around 150 yards west of here. Regretfully, my school principal is very ill, and she usually joins me for the third year now. Thank you so much for having me be able to represent our school and actually give a lot of gratitude to your congregation for being a business partner, a partner to help us in our school. And I'm hoping to share a little bit about our school and just share some ways that you have been helpful to us. All right, so first I want to say to either Dina or Kim, I have great appreciation for your agenda because I thought only elementary schools functioned by the minute. That's usually how we go. Lunch is 11:12 to 11:32. I never saw an agenda like that, but for us. So a little bit about us. We are actually growing. We are expanding from an elementary school into a middle school this year. We serve children in kindergarten through fifth grade. Our boundaries are from Donald Ross south to PGA, alternate A1A to the Waterway. And we have about 300 students. We're very small. We have the K through 5 attends if they live in our boundaries. But we also have children that attend our choice program, which is an environmental science and field research program. So they can apply. So we have many of our students actually don't live within our boundaries. They come from all over, the northern end of Palm Beach County. We also provide our hub school for pre-K students who actually through the Child Find program receive special services. And so we're a hub for students, and it's actually, we have 180 and we usually end up to over 200 pre-K students that attend our school, and we also offer VPK, which is voluntary pre-kindergarten. The thing about schools are we have a lot of acronyms, so I'm going to try to be careful about using all of our little acronyms that we have in the world. Another cool thing about our school is we are a deaf and hard of hearing hub. So that means children who are deaf and hard of hearing come to our school, and we have interpreters that provide services to children who are completely deaf that are in their own classroom, or children who are hard of hearing and slightly deaf and have interpreters that are across the classrooms. So the children who are exposed to the interpreters also, since they're immersed in it, they learn sign language as they go. And as I was just mentioning, we are expanding into middle school. So this year we have our very first sixth graders. We have 40 of them this year. So I'm going to need lots of prayers dealing with middle schoolers, so thank you for that. And our mission, as we're speaking of missions, is now, instead of Dwight D. Eisenhower, all of our signage has to change. So our table back there still says elementary. They're literally changing our marquee out front, so that's been taken down, and now it's going to be changing. The signage out on the building has to change, but our mission for our students, staff, and parents and community members are all part of our school family. Together we create a safe, connected learning environment where we develop educated, actively involved global citizens. Our commitment is to foster young environmental stewardship through state-of-the-art instruction with a focus on environmental science education. That top picture is an example of school-wide positive behavior support, conscious discipline, and that's a ritual of a morning meeting where they get together. The second picture is us at the showcase of schools, where they go at the fairgrounds, where we present our program to offer everybody an understanding and invite them to join our school family. Here are some pictures of the kids doing some school-wide projects that show the young environmental stewards. We have fish tanks across the school. We have school gardens. We have an outdoor classroom under a cheeky hut that was built by the Seminole Indians who came to do that. And you can see the inquiry work the students are doing together. We use project-based learning in our school that is driven by the students, inquiry-based. It's hands-on, high interest, where we work on problem solving. So we don't only just do the work in conscious discipline, that's problem solving, safety, and connection, but it's done through our curriculum and instruction. So with that being said, one way that if you'd like to reach out and help or be a part of the work that we do at our school to support us is anything around topics of inquiry that they're doing in their classrooms. When we have project-based learning, that might be an area of focus, a topic that's driven by student interest. That might be an area of expertise for you. We had one of your members support our first grade classroom butterfly garden project. So some people have interest in gardening, or we have a gopher tortoise preserve that's naturally on our campus. We're on their home. Our campus is on their home. And maybe you have an area of expertise there. And here we are. You guys came and helped us with a beautification day, and you helped us transform the gopher tortoise preserve now into a classroom environment area where the kids can go out there and learn planting natural food for the gopher tortoises. And they're a keystone species, so that means other animals live off of them in that area. So thank you so much for that. Just another thing about our school is we are a Title I school. We are in a very prosperous area, so people have a perception that we are very affluent. But 85% of our school students are qualified, the families rather, qualify for free and or reduced lunch and breakfast. The federal government currently has provided free. It's kind of like an outcome of the COVID and the pandemic that they're continuing to provide free breakfast and lunch. However, with that being said, our families are in high need. I'm really proud of the diversity of our campus. But with that being said, our students and families still have a lot of area of need. And being a Title I school provides opportunities for us to apply for grants and funding that other schools aren't allowed to be a part of or to apply to. This just provides additional funding outside of what every school gets anyway. So some things that we do as a part of Title I are parent and family engagement. So we do peaceful parenting. Like I was saying, we use conscious discipline. So we offer so that there's continuity between school and home of language and skills and strategies for parents to learn some techniques. We do breakfast and books with dads or male role models to have them in school learning reading strategies to read to, with, and by their children. We have Meet the Teacher and curriculum nights, and we have a new rebirth to our PTO. We have a fantastic president who's really, after the pandemic, brought it back to life, if you will, where they've hosted outdoor movie nights. They do popcorn Fridays. They've hosted Valentine's Dance. They've done the fall events, room parents. So it's really awesome getting our families back on campus this year. And we want to take a moment also to thank you, as always. You've been so generous to us in your donations, time, energy, elbow grease. Dina, thank you so much for your membership to our SAC in the past, being on our campus and helping in any way. Again, the Campus Beautification Day, providing gift cards for our families. Like I was saying, many of them are in need, even though people perceive us to be in a prosperous area. Your donations has provided meals through purchase of Publix gift cards for Thanksgiving meals for our children and families. My favorite day of the year is when it's Christmas time and you guys donate so many amazing gifts to our kiddos. We set it up like the holiday area, and the door is closed. They don't get to see it. Everybody's dressed in their jammies because we do Polar Express. We're in costume changes all day long. We're in jammies, then I'm in a conductor's outfit, and then I'm back in my jammies, and the kids come to the room, the door is all closed, they don't even get to see it, and they open it up, and it's just the spread. I think the bottom picture, you can see it, are toys that just are amazing, and some of them don't even, it might be their only gift that they get. Or they can say, and then many times they go in and they're like, oh, I'm going to get this for my brother or sister, not even for themselves. And just their eyes light up, and some even cry. It's really beautiful. Really, the joy of Christmas comes through that day. School supplies you offer, full of backpacks, field trip sponsorships. You help pay off lunch debit balances, in the past before the coverage of the funding through the government. Hand sanitizers when we were in the pandemic, batteries for the hand sanitizers, power supply strips. So you guys have been so generous to us. Thank you. There's another picture of, the power washing. We were on a skeleton custodial crew. We had like 2 custodians. So our campus was in desperate need of having the pavement power washed because there was mold that had accumulated with the rain. So thank you all for coming out and coordinating and providing that for us. And Bishop Abiola has received many of our off-adoption textbooks that we were no longer able to use. So I just want to clarify that it gets weeded material where it then just goes into a warehouse and it doesn't get used. So we can repurpose it with the permission of the district because it's off adoption, meaning we're no longer using it as curriculum materials or old books. So he was able to take it and use it in the churches and ministry overseas. You know, our motto this year, every year a school starts off with like a motto or a new theme, and ours is sowing seeds of gratitude this year. So I just want to, sow a seed of gratitude with you all, and thank you for partnering with us. One last thing about our school is we offer a Choice Open House where the community, parents, children can come and learn about our Choice program and our school and take tours. So November 15th from 5 to 6 we'll have an open house. You, your family, or anybody you know who might be interested are welcome to join us. And lastly, thank you, Pastor Nitz, because you spoke directly to my heart this morning about being a servant, and I'm a servant leader, and that's my task this year. And there's a joke that there's no tired like back to school tired, and definitely feeling it now. But if anything, at the very least, on a personal note, I know the power of prayer, so I just ask for prayer for tender-hearted servant leadership because that's my call every day. Thank you so much, and wishing you a wonderful rest of the day.